Former top-billing presenter and now Laan star Salimina Mosese has been a recognizable face on local television for many years. In November last year, she faced a medical dilemma.
I was just driving and the right arm just went completely lame, lost all power. I'd been to gym the day before, maybe it's a pinched nerve. So I carried on driving, I just lifted the arm and just carried on driving. And I think it was only really around lunchtime while I was sitting in the makeup chair when I told the makeup artist, something very odd is going on here. I went to the doctor, he actually diagnosed it as a pinched nerve and sent me back here. I carried on shooting, but by like 3, I thought, okay, something very strange is happening. I had tingles, I was a bit disoriented. And I thought, okay, maybe we should rather go to casualty, and that's what I did. What I'd heard about strokes and how mine was happening, the two stories didn't connect.
Salimina's stroke symptoms were unusual, but thankfully the condition was diagnosed before major damage was done. It did, however, raise a lot of questions.
When the doctor diagnosed me and said I had a mini stroke, I was actually shocked. I still didn't think it would be that serious. But I think my neurologist was very unhappy because he couldn't for 100% say this is what caused it. I had all the major tests and there was still this question mark hanging over this whole thing.
Dr. Chidi Gule has been working with Salimina to help her recover from the stroke. Finding the cause of the stroke was the first step in choosing the proper treatments.
Someone of Salimina's age, being under 30, various things contribute to causing strokes, but in her case, a specific inflammatory condition known as vasculitis is the most likely diagnosis from what the specialist investigations revealed.
Just 6 months after her stroke, Salimina also got bacterial cellulitis, 2 life-threatening conditions in less than a year for quite a healthy young woman.
At the moment, what's been critical with someone of Salimina's age and of her underlying or overall health profile is not just to look at what happened, which is the event of the stroke, but to really take into consideration her entire lifestyle. A rehabilitation program really looks at the entire individual. We look at, yes, what are the medical risk factors so that we make sure she is not at risk of future strokes. Secondly, you look at getting the person to become a lot more physically, mentally and emotionally resilient, because strokes can also come from stress, physiological stress, and an eating plan and a fitness plan is an essential part, because the healthier your body is, the more resilient you are to any condition, including strokes.
Recovery from a stroke isn't a simple process. Salimina has had to make many changes to her lifestyle to regain her strength and get back to a clean bill of health.
Since the stroke, I've had to make quite a few lifestyle changes, especially with regards to working out, really looking after myself in that way. Also watching what I eat and of course supplements just to get the strength back, and obviously always keeping in mind that I need to decrease the amount of inflammation that's in my body.
At this stage, Salimina has achieved approximately 80% recovery. She owes much of her success to the support of her family, friends, and even her castmates and producers of local soapie Laan.
I had a great support system. My family was very supportive. My parents, both sets, in fact, my husband's parents as well. Obviously, we have to have a babysitting schedule, things like that, just to take a bit of pressure off me. I'm a working mom. And of course, work plays an important role. I was out of work for long periods of time. Sometimes I'd literally walk off set and then I'd be in hospital for another 2 weeks. It was really important for me the way that I was supported here at work. And it helps to know that you work for compassionate people who understand that, you know, nobody asks for such things to happen. They just come out of the blue. The support that my doctor has given me as well. We've got a whole wellness approach to this whole thing, and that's helped a lot, because it's not just what am I putting into my mouth in terms of the medicine and the treatment, but also little changes that I've had to make in my life, you know. So 80%, yeah, 80%, and I think it's increasing every week, so I'm happy.
Salimina's enjoying spending more time with her husband and daughter as she continues with her recovery program. We wish them well for the future and the best of health for Salimina.